Tell me, what does it mean to run in the Great American Race, the Daytona 500 for you?
Yeah, it's special. I mean, every race car driver, truthfully, this is like one of the most iconic races in the world, and every driver dreams of getting to race in this race. I know for me as a little kid, it was a race that I watched religiously and just dreamed of being out there. And now to know that I'm going to lead the field of green, for the Great American Race is really, really special. So it's crazy. I come from a small town in Indiana, like 3,500 people, and if you would have told me that 20 years ago I would go from there to leading the field of the biggest race is unbelievable. So yeah, it's been crazy just the last, 24, not even 24 hours, last 12 hours even. Just the whirlwind of emotions, and I don't know if truthfully it's even hit me yet, but certainly on Sunday it'll hit me pretty quickly.
All right, how much will it help then to be in the poll for Sunday's Daytona 500?
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, from a results wise on Sunday, winning the poll doesn't do a whole lot. You can win from 40th here, 30th. It doesn't really matter where you start. But certainly just the confidence that it brings in a race team. This is our first race of the year. All off season long, all everybody does is work on their Daytona 500 cars and try to make them as fast as possible for qualifying. There's just a lot of pride that goes into that within, the industry. So for my team to be able to do that the best, there's a lot of confidence that comes from that, from them guys, even myself believing in them even more now. So it's a special thing to be able to do. Obviously, results wise, like I said, that doesn't mean a whole lot as far as your results on Sunday, but certainly will be neat regardless to lead the field of green.
Let's bring it to tonight. Will already winning the pole affect the way you run in tonight's duels race? You want to keep the car safe, but now they're giving regular season points to the top 10 finishers in each duel. So how are you going to play it?
That's where it gets tricky. They throw those points out there, and it makes you feel like you have to go get them. So, yeah, we're in this really tough spot where you want to keep your car safe and out of any damage, but at the same time, it does pay points. And at the end of the day, yeah, the championship is the most important thing for us. So for us, we're gonna try to play it as safe as we can, but still race. So I'll start up there. I'll try to maintain the lead as long as I can, and if it starts getting dicey and guys start getting a little out of control, then we're bail just because it is a big deal to lead the field to green, and we don't want to mess that opportunity up. But at the same time, if we can get those points and the race is relatively calm tonight in the duels, and we'll try to stay up there and try to win it, but we'll certainly be a little more just cautious of what I'm doing, the positions I'm putting myself in, and just trying to really manage risk. I don't want to do anything that's way risky where there's not a whole lot of reward. Because for me tonight, there's really no reward outside of the points. But definitely don't want to lose that starting position for the 500.
You're a Midwest guy. We love it here in Chicago. Any ambitions to run in the Indy 500, Coca-Cola 600 double?
I grew up obviously in Indiana, so going to the Indy 500 was something I've done every single year, watch it every single year. But for me, I think if I was single and didn't have kids, I would honestly try to do the double. But being married, having 3 kids now, I don't think I'm willing to do what it takes from a risk side to go there and risk getting hurt and things like that. But yeah, if I was single, I think I would definitely try to do the double. But now with having kids, it makes it a little bit harder to honestly risk it. Wrecking at 200 hurts pretty bad. I couldn't imagine wrecking at 235 miles an hour like they do. So for the time being, yeah, I'll just keep being a fan of the Indy 500.
Let me give you a wrap-up, Chase. You went to Joe Gibbs Racing this season, obviously off to a good start winning the pole for Daytona. How's the change worked out so far?
It's been definitely a crazy off season. Just on the personal side, we had twins in October, so having a 3-year-old and now 2 4-month-old twins in our house over the course of the off season was crazy enough. And then you add in, switching teams and switching manufacturers. There's just a ton that goes into that. Even learning new processes, the data, the analytics, even stuff that you kind of take for granted time and time again. Like, Stewart Haas, my seats, everything was always the same. My seat belts, the steering wheel, all this stuff was always the same. They knew how I wanted it. Where going to a new team, I mean, it was literally a 3-month process from the first week of our off season in November all the way to literally a week and a half ago. We were still working on my seat at Joe Gibbs Racing, trying to get it exactly how I like it. So there's just a lot of stuff that you honestly kind of take for granted before you switch teams. So it's been a very hectic off season, but certainly one that has been very eye-opening, just going to Joe Gibbs Racing and kind of seeing finally inside the walls of what makes him so successful. And obviously that success has started really well for us here at the 500. So hopefully we can keep it going.
Chase, love the quick conversation. Good luck on Sunday. Promise me that when you come through Chicago, a couple of Midwest guys will talk again, all right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Run for the Daytona 500 pole next.